Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Finally getting started after a little bit of a long warm-up. No, that's not quite a warm-up. Quite a while, starting soon. I don't know. Welcome aboard. We are back for some more Le Mans Ultimate, our final round of our Friday series, our 80-minute races in GT3s. Specifically the Ferrari 296. Welcome, welcome. We are here at the main attraction when it comes to the Mans Ultimate. It is, of course, Le Mans itself, or the Circuit de la Sarthe in France. Obviously, the longest track in the game. We're just waiting a little bit. There's been a little change to the format. Usually, so far, I know we have missed a couple of weeks in the series with the health issues I went through. But yeah, series has been running. GT3's usually first in qualifying, then Hypercars. They've swapped that round this time. So we're waiting here for our qualifying session to begin. We've got just over a minute now before it starts. Hypercars are all out setting their times. With the longer lap round here, obviously, we don't get as many laps. We'll only get 2 flying laps here. With about 4-minute lap time. Yeah, it's not really it's not possible to get more than 2 flying laps in. So yeah, and with how easy it can be to trigger track limits a couple of corners, especially Tetra Rouge coming onto the Mulsanne Straight. Yeah, it could be important thing will be to get a lap in here. Which hopefully we will be able to do so. Just a few seconds now. I want to make sure we've got new tires on. And away we go. Away to complete our qualifying session. Of course, one of the nice things about the Mans is we do get tire warmers, so no having to deal with the slippery, ice-cold tires. Even though we'd have a good, I think it's Le Mans about 8.5 miles long. Plenty of distance to get tires up to temperature if we needed to. But despite the long straights, I've actually found that the tires kind of overheat round here a little bit. So we head through the first chicane. Car in front's slowing down a little bit, don't know why. Maybe they're not quite happy with the space. but we have plenty of space to the cars in front of us. Heading up, or down to Indianapolis now. Very difficult corner, very easy to make a mistake here, which we've seen in previous races and that I've also found out while doing a bit of practice around here for tonight. Tires seem quite worn for having not even done a full lap yet, as we head through the Porsche curves. Maybe it did take my practice tires for some reason, which is odd because I flicked through wet tires to try and make sure they were new. Not quite the best exit out of the chicane. Here we go now. Up towards turn one, little lift to get a good line under braking for the chicane. We have the car sliding around. Staying within track limits there. Now heading to the first chicane. Again, the rear end stepping out. That's something I had a problem with practicing. Relative is being quite weird from the Race Labs app. A little bit wide there. Game tells us we're a little bit wide, but doesn't slap us on the wrist for it. Could be definitely be a little more aggressive there through Indianapolis, but just wanted to play it safe to get the lap in. Nearly ran wide there out of the Porsche curves. Looks like we've got the McLaren behind a little bit, so we should have a better lap time than them. Oh, that was a little cut, wasn't it? Oh. Invalidated both laps, just cutting that chicane a little too much. Was a little bit wide through it the first time, and then overcompensated for it that lap. Gonna continue on, might as well run the lap. That's track limits. Also practice a pit entry here. Field seems very spread out from the first times coming in. Well, we're not the only one that hasn't got a time on the board. Could see the BMW in the pits without a time as well. Of course, it doesn't matter. We already lost the lap, but just good to be wary of for the race. Oh, and that's too deep. That's good. No, that's a little too deep on the brakes for entering the pits. So yeah, times are fairly spread out. Looks like few people fours, fives. We've also got a couple of hypercars that didn't get times in as well. So we wait for final. Just one driver left. Oh, nope, that's everyone. So now we just wait for the session to tick over while we wait. Let's fill up the fuel tank. I think it's gonna be a 20 lap race for the GT3s, at least from what someone said. I mean, with a 4-minute lap time, that would be right. Best time on this track. This is my first time actually racing it in GT3s. When I've done... What have I done around here? I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you. Let me look. Still waiting on the session to take over. Done an LMP2 race around here. Yeah, did a hypercar race. And both of them were at like the start of January. Yeah, first half of January. So I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you went back and looked at those previous streams, there's a Le Mans playlist linked in the description. So you should be able to easily find them. I want to turn the rear wing down just to try and have a bit more straight line speed. We got the fuel. I hope we've got new tires. I can't press that medium button anymore. So yeah, let's just try to start driving. We do. Nice. Back to the field. At least we don't have the hypercars behind us. They're alongside us. which is alright. At least they're not behind us. That is
Formation
the
lab has
main
started.
thing. Go on. That's a crash between the hypercars. And we haven't even got to the final chicane yet. Probably being this far back, but we're about 20 cars back. We'll probably get the green flag in the middle or before the final chicane, which is a little bit annoying, but that's alright. Main thing is just get through without any damage. $80 minutes, fairly long. We do have a pit stop. There's a hypercar going to pit lane.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, and we did get the green flag right on the exit. First start for the McLaren there has been swarmed by everyone. I think the BMW got illegal overtakes for passing under yellow. We have a hypercar off. BMW's giving us a right old squeeze there, trying to come back at us. This isn't ideal. Oh, come on! Well done, Hypercar. Wasn't bad enough that they had to crash. They crashed, they had to take us out too. Steering isn't straight. I don't know how much time we're gonna lose from damage a lap. Do you have clean air? But that's... I didn't want clean air. I wanted to be trying to pass cars. Fortunately, we have no idea how much damage we've got. Evening, Kevin. You've just missed us being taken out by a hypercar. They thought crashing by themselves wasn't bad enough and had to take us out with them. I mean, I can't really afford to pit. I've just got to hope the damage isn't that bad. And while the car isn't pointing straight, it seems to be stable still, which is the main thing. It's not wandering around trying to look for the nearest barrier. It's happy to continue in a straight line as long as you've just got the steering wheel a bit right hand down, as you can see. Looks like there has also been a bit of an incident between some of the GT3s up ahead. The Corvette, I think that's the pole sitter Corvette, has dropped back. Another car in the wall. That's a hypercar though. Car feels a little more unstable in the Porsche cars. But if we want any shot of an interesting race, we've got to stay out. No, it doesn't. One of the things coming in the updates next on Tuesday, where they're bringing out a few new GT3 cars. The Ford Mustang is coming for free, as well as the Porsche GT3 and the Aston Martin are coming as part of the DLC pack. As well as some new track layouts for existing circuits, such as the Mon without the chicanes. So we'd be heading down the Mulsanne Straight and going straight on. Well, we're not last in GT3s anymore. That McLaren's had an issue. That BMW has had an issue as well. Gonna tuck into the slipstream just to try and help us along. Don't know how much straight line speed we're losing from the damage. Don't know if that BMW has any damage either. Another yellow flag. Well, brief yellow flag. The annoying thing is we're going to lose so much time at the pit stop repairing this damage. But we do look to be gapping the BMW slightly, so I would assume they have a bit of damage. Yeah, I probably won't be taking tires at the pit stop. Especially if we do repair the damage. Repairing the damage will take long enough, and I'm really debating whether I do repair it. We'll have to see how the rest of this stint goes. Left-handers are a little sketchy. The car certainly moves around a little more in them. Not enough to just throw it off, but enough that you have to just be a little bit careful. As it does sort of suggest that it wants to snap round to the left. So you just have to kind of hold on to it. able to get a better run onto Mulsanne Straight because we weren't avoiding a McLaren that was recovering. As we've got one of the Hypercars that had crashed and is recovering. Hasn't had enough crashing and has gone for another spin. Looks like they just locked up the brakes. No, I don't think that is the one. I'm pretty sure it was a parachute that crashed into me. I'm pretty sure that Porsche is the one that was crashed at the Porsche curves that we drove by near the end of the first lap. Also really useful to have all three of the Hypercars in front of us and validate their previous lap, so I don't have an idea of what pace they're running. That would have been nice to see. Just to try and figure out, you know, how much is the damage maybe affecting us. Here comes the Porsche for attempt 2. We'll have to see if they end up binning it at Indianapolis. They made it safely through. So hopefully they can continue on their way. Actually, I don't think that Porsche did crash. I think that was the Porsche that came into the pits before the start. Wasn't a great line through the final part of the Porsche curves. A little quicker than we were last lap. Unfortunately, still not seeing any of the GT3 times in front. Rear really stepping out there. That's a little bit of a cut. Now we have 6 track limit points. We're not that tight. Again, all 3 of the GT3s in front of us invalidating. can tell you we're not really closing in on the cars in front, which I'm not too surprised by, given the damage that we've got. But we're 9/10 up on our delta, which is good, showing a little bit more pace. Partly as the fuel burns off. Nah, P6 isn't. No, they are showing on the relative. The relative's being really buggy. Nearly 1.5 seconds quicker. But yeah, that lap was invalid from Tetra Rouge. .2 in front, and we were a second quicker last lap, as we did a 5.0, or is it 5.1, I think. No, Hypercars aren't too far behind. Looks like they could catch us at the end of this lap. We also have a Hypercar that's had a mistake or a crash at the first chicane here. Looks like it's that Porsche again, having more issues now. Looks like the Hypercars might catch us in a little bit of an awkward place, probably towards the Porsche curves, which isn't ideal, especially with the damage that we've got. Rear end sliding out there. Minutes into the race, or 1/4 of the way through. 1 hour to go. Oh, this is not ideal. I'm glad both Porsches are committed to just throwing it up the inside. I wouldn't say it was ideal from my perspective, but it definitely could have been worse. I kind of just had to trust that both of them were going to go for that inside move, and good thing they did. Not as quick as last lap, but still mid 405. Too quick into that left-hander through the S's. I'm glad that Fry backed out because I was going to turn in there. We're good. 0.6 of a second on the current front last lap. Which isn't an awful lot when you consider the length of the track. Although they'll track them at morning. I mean, we've got to hope that the Hypercars passing the cars in front to lose them a bit of time. Toyota had an issue here through the second chicane. This Ferrari is going to get past us before Mulsanne corner, which is good. Another they'll lock up for the Toyota. Not the Toyota. Porsche, I think it was. Into Mulsanne corner, there'll be gravel being kicked up as well by them. I'm hoping the next car behind us catches us between... can't remember the name of the tight right-hander that's coming up after Indianapolis. But before the Porsche cars. Which they will indeed. There goes the Porsche. And hopefully that car in front of us is getting held up through the Porsche curves. That's a bad line. Made up sometime that lap for about 4:06, 2.2 seconds quicker than the car in front that last lap, despite the little mistake that we made. into one of the upcoming left-handers. That'll flag out. It's rescinded before we arrive up on it. Looks like it's probably for one of the Hypercars rather than a GT3. Getting a bit of good luck here as the traffic passes us in places where it's not going to cost us time. That's assuming the car behind catches us before the Porsche curves. Though it looks like they got a per run through that tight right-hander, which is just setting them back a little bit further. Might mean they're not close enough. No, they're going to have to make a move in the middle of the Porsche curves. Not ideal. Let's hope they can set a move up well. Why'd you... Aye, just stick your nose down the inside at the last second to perform a takeout. That's a clean way to lap someone. Then they throw it off the track, so they're going to have to pass us again. Thankfully, we're coming up to the Mulsanne Straight, so we shouldn't lose any time from this. Arnage. I knew it was something like that. I knew it began with A, and I knew it had a R and a G in there. I just didn't know which way round it all was. And I didn't want to... I wasn't confident enough to give it a guess and most likely mess it up. So 3 Arnage. Was a little bit deep and slightly wide of the apex. What would be nice is if the 3 GT3s in front of us could kind of close up on one another and start fighting each other and slowing each other down. That would be nice. We run through the Porsche curves, the second up on our Delta now. Well, of course, we did invalidate this lap. A little deep into the chicane. Oh. Just a little bit too quick in there. Definitely not done the tires any favors with the spins, but they're holding up enough to go a second stint either way. Or through the second half of the race, should I say. We'll have one more lap before we make our pit stop. A little bit of a close call there. Hypercar behind Bindit. You can just see the relative suddenly going up instead of coming down as it should be for a hypercar. It'll be all the pit stops at the end of this lap. I mean, even if any of the cars in front of us took tires at their upcoming pit stop, we'd still come out behind them. When I say take tires, I should specify take 4 tires, not just 2. Around there through Indianapolis. A little movement there on the exit of the push curves. Just held on to it. Into the pits. That was technically an unsafe release. Wait, hang on a sec. Since when did I have mixed tires on? Oh, come on, game. I went to make sure it's like right tires weren't selected earlier, and it said no change all across the board. Now suddenly it's mixed. Well, I'm glad that Peugeot didn't stay for long. Yeah, when was that changed? That's 5 seconds lost for no reason. It's like I should only be 15 seconds behind the car in front of us, but now we're 20 because it changed the tire for no reason. And it changed the rear right, which I think is like the least used tire across the car. So it's the least beneficial. Like, the only advantage here is that we've got tire warmers, so it's not like I have to deal with it being stone cold for a lap. Yeah, I could have had a 10-second gap on the Chevy behind that had a long pit stop. I'm going to assume they were fixing some damage. Well, they had to have been to have lost so much time. But now the gap's only about 5 seconds. I wonder what else is going to go wrong this race. And if the car behind has fixed any damage they had, then yeah, they're like so likely going to be quicker than us. Oh, they're into the pits. Wonder if they picked up a penalty. Over halfway through the race now to having made that pit stop. Car really doesn't want to turn into that left-hander now for the first chicane, probably because we've got a new right rear tyre that's just giving the car an imbalance of understeer. "27-second gap to the car behind." So yeah, it seems like they just had to serve a drive-through there. Maybe speeding in pit lane. But with over half an hour of the race still to go, they could definitely close that gap down. Especially with the damage that we have and the time loss from wasting a new tyre. Oh, Porsche behind went for a spin. That's an interesting line. Let's see Porsche curves there. Get about 3 seconds last lap on the car in front. They keep struggling for pace like they are currently. We might be able to catch them up. Go take no, not take a track limit there. Even though we definitely benefited and gained time from running out wide on the exit of the chicane. Yeah, and the gap behind has come down like 3 seconds last lap. So we need to see if we can try and get into the 404. It's going to be difficult with the damage. We did it once before, but the lap was invalidated. Question is, can we do it throughout the rest of the stint? Car much better through that first chicane this time. Maybe we just had it a little more settled that time. Hopefully the two hypercars coming up on us that are fighting for 6th and 7th within the hypercar class will get us before Indianapolis. I don't think they'll get us before Mulsanne Corner, but as long as they get us before Indianapolis, then I'm happy. Delta's looking good at the moment. About 7 tenths up. And we only need 4.5 tenths to get into the 404s. And we might be able to find a bit more time at in the Porsche curves that we dropped last lap. We're going to drop it. Never mind. Oh. Car, can you really not flick turn? I'm surprised these cars can't do a flick turn from a standstill. It's just a little bit wide, and tried to pick up the throttle to not lose time, and it's just a little bit too much. Well, that guarantees we're going to lose P6, and we're not going to catch the car in front unless they have a mistake or something. Because the Delta just says 9.99. I can't even see if I'm gaining time on my Delta through the Porsche curves here. That was a cut. Don't really care though at this point. Race is already in run. Also invalidated this lap. So might as well go take advantage of that. can see the Corvette behind us, quickly catching us at a few seconds per lap now. That was a little sketchy. Also just noticed the McLaren in front of us has picked up their pace. Oh, it's another Porsche behind us. Not the one that murdered us last time we came through the Porsche cars. Oh, that's a little tap on the wall. Yeah, a little too late to be making that move. Just didn't set it up, wasn't brave enough. Nice cut of the final chicane. And here's the Corvette. There you go, see how much straight line speed this damage is really costing us. As the Corvette comes to pass us. Though as it's pulled out of the slipstream here, it's really losing momentum. Yeah, Corvette able to be much more aggressive on the brakes. And even with that per line through the chicane, like at straight line speed in the slipstream, and they're still pulling away from us. We start closing in here right at the top end. But we're certainly not going to be doing anything to repass them. coming up to lap a McLaren. Get through before the final chicane. Here comes the leading hypercar. Putting us another lap down, which at this point I don't really care about. I was a little late on the brakes. Oh, I'm so tired. I nearly understeered into the wall there. Well, it's our last track limit point. Not that it really makes any difference whether we get a drive-through or not. Next car behind us is half a lap back. That Porsche just about made that move work. So did that Porsche, or that Peugeot. Ten long minutes of the race still to go. Looking where the leader is. Oh, maybe there will only be 3 more laps. Hard to say. With the longer track, it's, you know, the mini-map is, where the track map's a little more zoomed out than at other tracks, and so it's a little harder to tell when exactly the leaders cross the line. Another little tap on the wall. Big mess. That's good, give us drive-through, don't really care. Don't have anything to lose anyway. Leader across the line with just over 6 minutes left. So they'll have 2 laps to go. I'm kind of half tempted to... I mean, what, they're 2 minutes behind us at the moment. They gain like 30 seconds a lap. So if I slowed down by a minute, they would pass me, and that means 1 less lap to do. I might do that. We'd still be in... We wouldn't lose any positions. And we'd get the race over and done with sooner. Looks like the Corvette... Yeah, the Corvette has had an issue in the Porsche cars. You can see that number 6 dot isn't moving as the delta time rapidly decreases. I might actually have to pit to repair this damage. Nope, there's not any cars coming up behind us. I am definitely gonna have to repair. This actually might lose us P8, because depending how long this repair is. Oh, again, it just changed a random tire. Well, what a useless game at times. And like, I definitely didn't go and just change the front right tire for no reason. Well, we're gonna be here a little while. It'll be final lap. Oh, the BMWs had to come into the pits. This bloody power show. That's the second time it's just came in, stopped for a moment and went again. Now the BMW's already away. Still got a minute. About 20 seconds to go here. We'll just be in front of the McLaren that we had lapped. Okay, the pit stop was 6 seconds longer. We'll actually have to chase this McLaren down because of that. Again, if the game didn't put a random tyre on the car, we've been in front. I don't even know if the damage is entirely repaired. Car doesn't feel straight. That's maybe just because I'm so used to it being right hand side down. For 12.0 for the McLaren in front, we've been able to run about 7 seconds a lap quicker. So only having 3 seconds to chase down. Should theoretically be easy. Also, I did read during that pit stop, the person that took us out at the start, 4 corners into the race, did apologise, not realising they had as much damage as they did. Look how much we close in on the brakes alone. And the slipstream starting to close in. Gotta look to the outside here. Sounds good, tried to come back, but isn't gonna be far enough alongside. Just have to bring this home now. Also, it really isn't ideal having tires with 3 different sort of life periods on them. You know, the front right is brand new, the rear right is half race old, the 2 left tires are the entire race old, but the front is a bit more worn than the rear. And, well, this track is clockwise, so it has more right-handers than left-handers, thus quite a hit on the wall. Car isn't pointing straight anymore. I'm pretty sure it's right hand side down again. from that tap. Yep, sure is. But that's pretty usual for this race. But yeah, if we did take new tires, we would have wanted left-hand side tires, not right-hand side. So the game really just had to screw us as much as it could. Anyway, there's the finish. I think we'll put this car where it deserves to be. Which is in this wall over here. What an awful race. Five people DNF'd, including the Peugeot that took us out at the start. What is it with Peugeots? It's two Peugeots that took us out this race. One at the start, then one trying to overtake us through the Porsche curves, going for the Hail Mary of certain death. Anyway, as we usually do on the streams, we're not going to end it on that poor note. We are going to have a little bit of Art of Rally. So let me load it up. Again, unfortunately, our controller over there isn't working, thanks to as we were told a few streams ago, we want WRC. No, not tonight, not tonight. I'm too tired for it. But Sunday, WRC will return, and again on Monday. I'll go through those plans in a moment. We'll have a look in the weekly event. We did this earlier on during one of our late night WRC streams. We're currently saying 24th, top 4%. That's good going. That is pretty good going. Yes, Sunday we're going to have a double stream. ACC into WRC. Yeah. Daily event then. Well, we did this, not yesterday, we didn't stream yesterday. Did this on Wednesday, we got 36th, missed it on Tuesday. Monday we got 21st, that was good going. Let's see what we have tonight. We have Group 2 at Kenya. A good night stage for 10.8 kilometers. Of course, being Kenya on the dirt. Let's see. Ford Focus? Or Ford Escort, sorry. No, not Ford Focus. Ford Escort. Oh, immediately having it off because I didn't quite see how tight that corner was behind the tree. I couldn't tell you what Escort, but I'm pretty sure it's an Escort. Oh well, that's not been a good start. Yep, car is tracking to the right. Oh dear. Well, we hit a rock after the game started to reset us there. Also, if you remember back like a little while ago where we terminal damaged on last week's weekly event, that contact was so much lighter than the contacts we've had so far this rally, and we've not terminal damaged here. Make it make sense. pushing to the limit there. Well, that's too quick. Yeah, this isn't one of the more modern cars that has some downforce. That helps with the high-speed turns. I love the way the lights from the headlights goes through the bridge. Oh, going for a little donut here. That cut was kind of what you see a bit in WRC. Just drivers putting two wheels on the inside of the road and using sort of the camber on the inside of the road to help rotate the car. Not too far from the finish now. Been a very messy stage. $153rd, yeah, not surprised so far down. Top 50%. Suppose could be worse. But yeah. Yeah. That's going to do it for today's stream. We will be back on Sunday. Gonna take tomorrow off. Got a little bit of racing tomorrow, but I won't take off streaming. I'll probably record it in case it's good for a video. But yeah, have the final run for that Forza Auto Balance series. That yeah, gonna try and hopefully that'll be some good fun. The second round that I did earlier last month was good fun. So hopefully tomorrow will be good fun as well. And then, so yeah, we'll be back on Sunday with the fifth round of our 2.4 hour series on ACC for Sundays. Again, in the Ferrari 296 round Zolder for this week. Hopefully, we can have a bit of a better race than what we had last time out at Silverstone. Hopefully. And yeah, and then after that race is done, so what? That race, stream for that race will start about 6:30 p.m. UK time. Race starts at about 7, so it finishes by 9:30. So shortly after 9:30, we'll switch over to WRC. We'll run a couple of club events. We'll run the official WRC club event, maybe the weekly rally and the weekly power stage. Official clubs is from the official clubs as well. To if we have time. But that seems like it'd be a good evening of WRC. Then on Monday, we'll be just doing a WRC stream. Go do the EA Creator Series that evening, and then maybe the Own It Historic Rally as well. So that would be 5 club events in a couple of days. And then after that, we would be back next Wednesday after the Mon Ultimate update for our final Wednesday round. We'll have 2 more hours around Le Mans, this time in Hypercars once more in the Ferrari. And yeah, that stream will be starting at 6:30 p.m. Not sure what time Monday's stream will be starting. It'll be whenever I feel like it on Monday, to be honest. Probably around 7:30 p.m. UK time. And then next weekend, we have a few streams. We will have back-to-back Watkins Glen Classic F1 on Sao Corsa. That will be from about 6 o'clock. And then basically, as soon as that finishes, we'll go try and slip into the Mon Ultimate 3-hour race in LMP2 cars around Spa. Well, I'm in an LMP2 car. We've got Hypercars and GT3s for that. So that will be hopefully things work out with that crossover. It is quite tight on the timings. We might miss qualifying for the Le Mans Ultimate race, but hey, it's a 3-hour race. That wouldn't be too worried about that. And then next Sunday, we will have the final 2.4-hour series race on ACC, this time at Monza. Hopefully not a chaotic Monza, hopefully a clean Monza. But yeah, that will be our final of our Sunday ACC streams. Yeah, and then from there we have to, that is like all of our weekly series done at that point. So we'll have to find some new plans after that. But that's the next plan for this weekend and the next week. Welcome, Vala. We're just finishing upstream here. Bit of a torrid day of racing. Not one I'd recommend watching back. In all honesty, it was a bit of a crapshoot, unfortunately. From the 4th corner in the race. But yeah, thanks for checking in though. Hope you've had a good Friday. But yeah, as I said, we'll be back Sunday evening for the 2.4-hour series at 6:30 p.m. UK time. Hopefully, I'll see a few of you there. But yeah, until then, thank you, Tim Bob, Geeky, Kevin, and Vala for dropping in. Of course, anyone else has been lurking throughout the stream. Hopefully, I will see you on Sunday. If not, maybe next week. But yeah, until next time, have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. And I will hopefully see you Sunday evening. But yeah, until next time, again, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.